Hey there, fellow travelers and adventure seekers. Welcome back to Mega Facts. Today, we're taking a trip to the moon, ready to discover 5 mind-blowing facts that will change the way you see our lunar neighbor. Hit that subscribe button, and let's blast off. Number 1. The moon probably formed in a giant collision. The most widely accepted explanation for how the moon formed is called the giant impact theory, which proposes that a Mars-sized planet collided with the early Earth, forming a cloud of debris that eventually coalesced into the moon. Much of the debris would have come from the colliding planet, but some would have originated from Earth and been ejected into space during the collision, according to the Natural History Museum in London. Evidence of this impact can be found in the moon samples taken during the Apollo missions, which show that the moon's composition has similarities to and differences from Earth's geological composition. Number 2. The moon's phases depend on its position. The phases of the moon are determined by where the moon is in relation to Earth and the sun. If Earth is directly between the sun and the moon, the side of the moon facing Earth is fully illuminated, and we see a full moon. But if the moon is between Earth and the sun, the illuminated side faces away from us, and it is a new moon, meaning we don't see the moon at all. In between a new moon and a full moon, different portions of the part of the moon the sun illuminates are visible from Earth, creating the moon's phases. When the moon appears to increase in size until it is full, it is said to be waxing. When it is decreasing, it is waning. Number 3. The dark side of the moon is not actually dark. Although we see only one side of the moon, half of it is always illuminated by the sun, and it's not usually just the portion we can see, except during the full moon. Therefore, the dark side of the moon is dark only from our perspective on Earth. Instead, it's more accurate to call it the far side of the moon. Even though we can't see that side from Earth, several missions have photographed and studied the far side of the moon, with the first photos of the lunar far side taken by the Soviet Union's Luna 3 space probe in 1959. Number 4. The moon is slowly moving away from us. The gravitational impacts that caused the moon to become tidally locked with Earth were complicated, according to NASA, and as they took effect, they released energy. That energy caused the moon to begin slowly drifting away from Earth, even as it was still forming. Eventually, the processes of formation and tidal locking stopped, changing the moon's orbit around Earth, but the moon is still drifting away from our planet by about 1.5 inches, 4 centimeters, per year. While this isn't much, it will cause the moon to become notably more distant from Earth over millions of years. Number 5. The moon has moonquakes. Most of us probably imagine the moon as a cold, dead rock in space, and for the most part, we'd be right. However, it's not entirely stagnant. Just as areas of our planet are rocked by earthquakes, there are moonquakes on our satellite, though they are usually weaker and last longer than the ones on Earth. Several factors can cause moonquakes, including impacts from meteors, changes in temperature, Earth's gravity, and structural weaknesses in the moon's interior. Though some of these quakes would barely be noticeable to any future humans on the moon, others could pose significant hazards. So, which mind-blowing moon fact blew your mind the most? Got any other lunar trivia up your sleeve? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more cosmic content. See you on the next adventure.